Hey guys, welcome to the Simarchy Channel. My name is Stephanie, and although this is not the first video I've posted, this is my first video with commentary, so please bear with me. Of course, the first time I recorded this, something went wrong. I paused and tried to pick up where I left off, and it turns out that I didn't save the first audio recording that I did, so I figured I would just start from scratch. This is a 5x5 challenge build in The Sims 3. What I'm doing is just pretty much doing a small, quick build so that I can test out the new recording software that I downloaded. I normally use the in-game video capture, but I realized even at the highest quality, the settings didn't really output a video that was to my standards. There was too much blurring, you couldn't see the lot value, I believe that says, the lot value numbers. It was completely blurred out. So now I'm using the OBS recording software, and it seems to be amazing so far. I've also learned how to change the settings in Movie Maker, which is where I edit the videos, and that's able to give me a more higher video quality as well. So hopefully this is a lot easier to see, and I got a brand new laptop. I'm now using the Lenovo IdeaPad Y700, and it is a big upgrade from the laptop that I used to have. So basically in this home, I wanted it to be very light, very airy, clean colors, clean lines. And since it is a tiny home and everything's jammed in there, I wanted it to look as open as possible. So you basically saw me do the build in the living room, which is a chair and TV, and now I'm working on the kitchen. The counters are black, but they do end up changing towards the end of the video, so it's still going to be a mostly white, complete white layout with a few hints of blue. And let's see, the eat-in area is just one chair because this is basically a one sim home is what I'm trying to say. You can only fit one sim in here. And so I figured you don't need a big eat-in area, but it is better to have a table and a chair than to have your Sims eat on the bed. Now we're moving on to the bathroom. Anytime I do a tiny build, I try to do the bathroom within a 4x4 square. And it doesn't leave room for a tub, but we can fit in a shower, a sink, and a toilet. With this build, I also tried to move objects on as much as possible. I wanted to see what I can do without really using cheats. However, I did end up having to use them for a few small occasions, especially here where the shower and the bathroom door wouldn't let me place it where I wanted to, even though it's still usable. It wasn't letting me put the door directly in front of the shower. I actually end up changing the layout of the bathroom. You won't see it in this video because I did it off camera when I player tested the home to make sure that everything worked. The only thing that didn't work was the shower because I have it facing the wrong way. So if you do download this home, which the link is provided in the section below, the description below, you can actually go ahead and download this home through the Sim Store. You will see that the bathroom is just reversed. So the shower ends up on the left wall, the sink ends up on the right wall, and the toilet across from it, and the door moves over to the left one square as well. So right now I'm just putting the final touches on the bathroom, including the tiled wall and the little towel holders. Looks like we're moving on to the bedroom now. Now the bedroom, you'll see I initially tried to put a double bed in there, but it wasn't practical at all because there's nowhere to put a desk or a computer or anything else. So we do end up going with a loft bed so that I can squeeze a desk, a chair, and a computer underneath there. Of course, the trick in a tiny home is to utilize as much space as efficiently as you can. So I figured this would be the best option. And let's see, I think what am I doing here? Okay, we're putting in the desk right now, and again, I'm sticking with really light colors, clean lines, very modern looking. I just flipped the bed there because the ladder was in the way, so I reversed it so you can actually sit at the computer desk. Now I'm gonna pop in a little bit of audio, something to listen to. You can't actually work out or dance with the music because there's just not enough room, but you can turn it on and listen to the radio while your Sims do their other tasks. And of course, the computer is fully functional down there. Okay, so this is where I realize the counters are black. So I'm just going through and adding a very light blue tile on top instead. Now I realize the bedroom does have pretty much everything you need besides a wardrobe, which isn't really required to play the game, but I did want to absolutely try to get one in here. I'm just rearranging the living room to see if I can put one there to maybe look like a media console or something, since it doesn't quite fit in the bedroom. The reason it doesn't fit right there is, of course, the computer chair is in the way, so no room. Okay, so it looks like I was able to create just a little tiny nook to put the wardrobe. It sort of looks like it's built in. I guess I could have closed it off and put a door in front of it, but it's just kind of a built-in wardrobe there. And now my dilemma is there's no room to fit the TV in behind the door, so I do end up just putting that by the eat-in kitchen table. And I left the chair there just as a little reading nook, but I do end up moving it later. And I popped a little bookshelf there so your Sim can have more entertainment. And now I'm just going through and putting on the final little decorating touches, little pictures to brighten the space up a bit, and a little bit more color. Just moving some lights around so that the wardrobe is highlighted a bit more. I really like those lights because they're pretty bright and they're sort of translucent, so they don't get too much in the way when you're building or taking screenshots. And now I'm just going around making sure everything looks good, adding the final touches where I replace the little seating area and put a table with a plant instead, just a bit more decoration. And your Sim can sit at the computer chair or at the kitchen table, or they can read on the bed. So there's plenty of places to relax and chill. And now I'm adding the roof, but I decided to just go with more of a flat roof. I figured it looked a little bit more modern. I'm trying to place the clear tiles to give it more of an open area roof because I thought that the plain white really closed it in. And since it is such a tiny box with lots of windows, I didn't want the roof to look so clunky. And it didn't all fit originally, so I had to turn on the Move Objects On sheet so I can get all the tiles placed. Now I'm going through with some fencing to add a little bit more detail to the roof. I just add a cute little grid pattern up there, just purely decorative. Now I'm putting the exterior of the home on, which is just basically a very, very light blue and white. If you see it up close, it's sort of like a crackly type of paint. I didn't want anything too loud and not too much pattern. Since the home is a lot of glass windows, you can pretty much see straight inside. I was going to do more of a privacy fence, but I couldn't find one that fit in with the feel of the home, so I went with the clear glass instead, again. Now I'm trying to find a gate for the fence, which was a real struggle because nothing seemed to fit, nothing was the right color, the right style, but I do end up finding a little metal and glass one that fits perfectly. Now we're moving on to the landscaping, which I don't do much, but I wanted to add a little bit of color. So we do some blue flowers just around the perimeter of the home. Of course, since the home is only 5 by 5, it's sitting on a rather large lot that you can definitely build some more tiny homes on to create a tiny living community, or you can just expand the fence area to make a much bigger yard, maybe add a pool. But I was concentrating more on the home instead of the outside. So if you are going to download the home, you can definitely add a lot to it. Just going through the final touches, adding a few more windows. And next up, we're going to have the screenshots. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. There will be plenty of new videos, of course, with better quality and commentary coming up. And again, you can download the home in the link below through the Sim Store if you want it for your own game. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.